Hi, I'm Mike, and I save dough by making dough. I make it in a big batch, and I use it throughout the week. I keep a big bowl in my refrigerator, and then when I want to use it, I pull out a small piece, and I make pizza and bread and some other stuff that I'll show you later. But the basic recipe is just plain pizza dough, so I'll show you how I make it. This is 2.5 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, about that much salt, yeast, and about a cup of water. Don't pour it all, you can always add it later. So once your dough looks like that, you can just set it on the counter overnight. I just put a lid on it loosely like that, keep whatever out, and come back in the morning. Okay, so now we've let this dough sit overnight. It's risen. And now we'll take some out to make something. Start with wet hands. The dough is kind of sticky. Just kind of start on the sides. Now I'll take a piece about the size of a grapefruit. This can go in the fridge for later. Now I'm just going to kind of form this into a ball. Now flour is your friend, so put flour on the surface you're working with, your cutting board or your counter. Add your dough. I'll show you that. Try a bottle, some kind, a wine bottle or anything else. It's ready for pizza. I won't tell you how I made this because you can just make your own. You can bake that right now in a 500-degree oven and you have pizza. Or if you get tired of pizza or want to change it up, you can roll it up like this. Now, if you were to cut it into slices, you could have like a breakfast or a dinner roll or whatever you wanted to. You bake them on a sheet as well. Or you can keep rolling it out a little more and make something else. And we're going to cook it on the stove. So this is going to cook similar to pizza. You have to have the lid on and then it'll rise. You can kind of see here. And then you flip it. Anyway, you can cook it any way you like with whatever you want on the stove. It actually uses less electricity on the stove than in the oven. And it's an alternative to pizza. So you can try something else. So once it's cooled, you can cut it open. This one is pretty thick. Probably thicker than it should be. Normally it's a flatter bread you can cut into pieces, but something like this we'll cut in half. And you can probably just eat this like a calzone. It looks great. Another thing you can do while you have the dough is make little breakfast pockets. The same amount of dough as for the pizza that I just made a few minutes ago. And I cut it in about half. Now I have these little pockets I'll make. Some potato. A little scrambled egg. Gotta get some hot sauce in there. And just kind of fold it up. Just spray that with a little oil and bake them in a hot oven. Saving dough by making dough is sustainable because you can make your own things using fresh local ingredients. Your stuff's not trucked from the other side of the country. You can use whatever's in season. You can use whatever's local. And you can use whatever you want. So it's great. Saving dough by making dough. That's how sustainability makes sense.